Hey guys, so I wanted to come and talk to you guys about the pros and the cons of these individual faux locks. Stay tuned. So the pros. Pro number one, extremely lightweight. Like I'm talking, barely notice that it's there type of lightweight. Like that type of lightweight. I'm a little busy. Anyways, pro number two, super fast installation. And I say super fast in like the black girl hair super fast way. Like, you know how normally it could be like 5 to 6 hours? Well, this could take 2 hours if you're lucky, maybe even less. Now also that depends on how fine or how thick you want your parts to be, but super fast in comparison to the regular faux lock method or even getting your hair braided. Pro number three, it's a low manipulation for your hair itself, which is what you want to achieve anytime you do a protective style. So you literally don't have to really touch your hair other than when you wash it or when you moisturize it, either every day or every other day. And even then, you don't have to really touch it. You can just spray something on it and you're good to go. Pro number four, it's cheaper than the traditional faux lock method. Now, hear me out. It also depends on the hair you get, but typically when you do the traditional method, you have to buy your braiding hair, so your Kanekalon hair. That could be 3 to 4 packs depending on how thick you want it. You have to buy the Marley hair to wrap it, and depending on how long you want those faux locks to be, wrapping it could take you a lot of packs. Now with this look, all you really have to do is buy this hair. You can change it up and add more hair to it if you wanted to, but if you want to do just basic, on a budget, just want to get a really quick style that looks great, you only have to buy maybe 2 to 3 packs of hair depending on how thick you want to do it. And let's say each pack is $10, that's only 30 bucks. So it's a lot cheaper. Now for the hair that I use, this is a brand that I found at my local hair store, keeping in mind that I don't like buying stuff online and I couldn't find the brand that I've been seeing online so much. So this is the closest thing I found so far. Don't get me wrong, it'll probably be out or maybe it's at another store, but this is what I was able to find that's close to home. And it's from Magic Cold. This is color 2, 24 inches. It's called Easy Loop Dreadlock. So the way it works is you get about, I think, 16 in a pack. I used 2.5 packs. That's a lot. I used 2 packs and maybe 1 or 2 from the 3rd pack. So I still had to buy the 3rd pack to make sure I had the hair, but I didn't have to use all of it. I can show you what the hair looks like. Now the picture on the actual package itself is a little, not scary or freaky, but like weird. It's really weird. I'll show you guys a little closer. Like, I think they brushed it out to make it look more dreadlock-like. They did something to it. I'm not a fan. I didn't like it. I just wanted to do the style that I've been seeing online so much. I'll take one out for you guys. So at the end of each hair, you have that loop that you can use for your crochet hook. And you loop this through your hair, you tie a knot, and then you just uncoil it slightly to put your hair within the coil. So this is the hair that I used. It was $8.99 plus tax a pack. Marley hair that I used to wrap my hair I had from a previous hairstyle that I still had here. Yes, I still had the hair here because there's no shame and you never know, sometimes you need a couple extra strands. So I had that hair here and I just used that. Now let's go with the cons. With everything, there's going to be a good and a bad. I think there's more good than bad with this hairstyle, but you can be the judge of that. So con number one, depending on how tiny you do your parts or your braids, because keep in mind you have your real hair underneath this, or as you can say, within, because these are like little barrels of hair, you have your hair within it. So depending on how fine it is, your hair might start poking out. As you can see here, this is my hair, this is the fake hair. So it all depends on A, how neat you want it to look, B, how thick you want it to look, and C, if it really makes a difference to your life. Con number two, considering the way you install this, pretty much stick your hair inside of it. You will possibly see the roots of your hair. In order to combat that, what you can do, which will possibly raise the cost up a bit, but not too much depending on how much you want to put, you can take some extra pieces of Marley hair, twist the root, and then all you have is just Marley hair up to here, your hair is still underneath it, and then the rest of the faux lock is underneath it here. Not too complicated. So the biggest con, I would say, con number three, is when you want to do a ponytail or a pulled back style or anything that you want to pull on the hair. I'm the type of person that doesn't really like to have hair down. As much as I love the length looks great. I love to have my hair in ponytails. I love big buns, I love the 2 buns, I love buns in general. Buns. So with that being said, because the hair is literally just sitting on top of your hair and it's not really tightened around it, it's not really holding it as much, it's just pretty much just sitting on top of it. So once you start pulling on the hair to get a bun, you start to pull at the hair, which then unravels or loosens the coils. So for me, it was a bit of an issue at first, which is why I ended up wrapping just the front of my hair, not the rest, because I really don't care that much. You want to make sure that your buns aren't too tight or aren't pulling on the hair as much. So if you can, loosely put it into a bun, but just an example of what happens to the hair once you pull it out more. Now I've had these in for about, I'd say 3 weeks, maybe a little bit more than that. And I loved how they started to look a lot more like, not gross, but tangly and like messy looking. Like I love the messy look of this hair after time. When you first install it, the ringlets look really perfect, which depending on what you want could be great for you. But for me, I wasn't really a fan at first. So I love over time how it started to unravel a bit, get a little messier, a little grungier, and made it look like real locks. I would say that could be a con, which could be my con number 4, but it also depends on what you want. For me, it wasn't a con, I loved it, but if you want a more perfect look, then it might be a con for you. So let me know what you guys think, if you like the traditional, or if you'd rather the new way of doing it. To me, I love it so much more. It's lightweight, which I love. You still get the look of the locks without having to actually lock your hair, because I love locks, but I still don't want to get rid of my curls. So that's pretty much why I haven't locked yet, or haven't locked at all. Who knows, we'll see what happens in the future. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you later. Bye!